All right, so I'm sure you guys have probably seen the news by now. And for all intents and purposes, I'm going to say that wouldn't it be funny? Goddamn chair. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, we got a reveal that we were all bamboozled, we've been swindled, Smeckledorfed even, that this was just all a big gag, like this was just a haha April Fool's kind of joke, and it would be funny. Like, wouldn't it be so, like, I think that would be actually funny if it was like some April Fool's joke, but it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like that at all. So we have the announcement of who is the all-new Venom. Now, you guys remember that, like, a while back, after the event called Venom War, neither Eddie nor his son Dylan have the Venom symbiote anymore. In fact, Eddie is now Carnage, which I heard that series is like an underrated gem. I really am excited. I do want to read Eddie Brock Carnage in trade, because I heard, like, it's a deep, like, it's almost like a like a serial killer kind of series. Also, yeah, I am doing laundry right now, so that's why the bear bed. I don't know why I'd bring that up. But anyway, getting back on point, basically there was a lot of candidates. Madam Mask, Rick Jones, Robbie Robinson, Luke Cage, and I'm forgetting the last one. But it was like 5 candidates. And who was it? Well, by process of elimination, it was none of them. Now, if you haven't heard the news by now, I'm going to give you a couple seconds to, like, leave beforehand. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to, like, if you haven't been spoiled already, because it's been on the news, and been on the web long enough. And in fact, I actually saw this Sunday night, and I was going to talk about it, but I was like, but what if it's fake? Like, what if it's like fake? But now it looks like it's been all but confirmed. And that is the announcement. So, all right, let me give you a couple seconds. All right, here it is. The new Venom is Mary Jane. Yep, I am not lying. The all-new Venom is Mary Jane Watson. I am not kidding. And I gotta be honest with you, I am not excited about it. Because here's the thing, it's not like, oh, they made Venom woke. It's not, no, it is nothing like that. I don't like it because it's my same problem with, like, Marvel giving her superpowers, or, you know, doing all this crazy shit with Mary Jane when she's, you know, a great character on her own. And I'm not saying, like, oh, she's only meant to be Peter Parker's girlfriend / wife. That's all she's meant to be. No, she does have that meaning to her. But here's the other thing. Mary Jane can be fun without superpowers. In fact, there is a comic out there. It's in good luck finding the trade, but during the Nick Spencer run, there was like a 12-issue maxi series of Mary Jane on her own in California, in LA, and she's, like, making a movie that's like a parody of Spider-Man, and she actually befriends Mysterio. It's a great comic. And she didn't have superpowers. They didn't need to do, like, drastically alter her to make her interesting. They just made her Mary Jane. And I don't get why you have to do that. It's like trying to reinvent what's already perfect. Mary Jane is a more than capable character. I do like the whole thing of making her, you know, kind of like a reporter / journalist in the Spider-Man games. I do like that. She's resourceful, and it does show that she's resourceful, inquisitive, all on her own. But the reason why I just don't like giving her superpowers is you're just basically saying Mary Jane was never interesting. And I really do feel like writers have that kind of mindset half the damn time, where they're just basically saying, oh, Mary Jane at no point in her life was either fascinating or anything of that degree. That's what bothers me about her as Venom. Will these stories be good? Yeah, maybe. Now, granted, I have not read any of Al Ewing's Venom, which is funny because Chris is sending me the Venom War event. So, oh boy, I can't wait to be confused. Yeah, I've not read any of Al Ewing's Venom. Even though, yes, I love Al Ewing's, like, I've been loving his Thor run and, of course, Immortal Hulk. And I've loved a lot of other stuff from him. But, I had something in my mouth. Yeah, I have heard mixed things about his Venom run. So, some characters you can write, some you can't. But yeah, Al Ewing's a great writer. Don't like Venom stuff aside, Al Ewing's a great writer and could do something cool with it. Like, we haven't seen we've seen like this whole story of, like, the new Venom and crossing off all of them But also the other thing is, what was the goddamn point of making that mystery at all? Like, what was the point of, like, if you're just going to be like, haha, fuck you to the audience, if you're just gonna, like, give them the middle finger the whole time of, like, oh, it's a mystery of, like, which one of these candidates is the new Venom, and it turns out none of them are. And yeah, you could say, like, oh, Usual Suspects did that, yeah, but at no point do they give you any indication that Mary Jane is Venom. Yeah, so it just feels like it's out of left field, and also it just feels kind of insulting to the readers who are following the past 5 issues to suddenly find out, oh, it was all for naught. All of your theories, all your guesses, haha, fuck you. That's the real thing that I think makes me mad, is that it's this whole thing of you're insulting the audience with this big harebrained scheme, and none of it works. Like, yeah, that's what I think bothers me the most about it, is that you put out this whole thing of, like, who is the new Venom? And you gave us all these suspects. You didn't do anything to, like, even hint that Mary Jane was Venom. At least thank God it's not Paul, right? Like, I'll say this much. Thank the fucking Lord that it wasn't Paul. I think the whole internet would have, like, collectively burned Marvel to the ground. Like, there would have been, like, a mass riot if Paul turned out to be Venom. Also, what I've also heard about, I will say this also, is that what I've also heard about the the all-new Venom book is that it's very clear Allywig fucking hates Paul too, because he's, like, being treated like a fucking cuck the whole time. I actually kind of want to read that just to be like, fuck you, Paul. But yeah, if it was Paul, oh god, could you just imagine? Like, really, could you just imagine if it was Paul that was Venom the whole time? Oh, that would hurt. Like, at least Mary Jane is a known character and a liked character. You can't say the same about Paul. And if it was like, oh, this is how we make Paul interesting. No, it's not. No. Anyway. So, but yeah, my thing is, like, again, you made a whole fucking big hairy deal about this mystery with all these candidates and all these clues, then you throw it out the right side. And on top of that, you kind of make Mary Jane less, like, you're just basically saying Mary Jane is a boring character. We have to do. It was the same thing of, like, when they gave her superpowers in the Zeb Wells run. It's the same thing where it's like you're basically admitting Mary Jane is not interesting on her own, when clearly we have evidence, not just from that run during the Nick Spencer comic, that miniseries set during. It was called The Amazing Mary Jane. Really good book. I want to get the trades of it. I've read bits and pieces of it in single issues, but I want to get the whole trade. It was really fun. And it basically showed that, yeah, you can do Mary Jane Watson books without giving her superpowers or some dumb shit like that. I mean, yeah, she goes on adventures with Black Cat, but yeah, Black Cat's there. And it's fun to see those two bounce off of each other. But anyway. And again, Marvel's just saying, like, hey, Mary Jane isn't interesting, or she's just kind of boring, we'll give her superpowers. That'll make her interesting, even though we have mountains of evidence in multiple comics where we show that's not the case. That's what bothers me with all of it. But yeah, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.